Hello, this is Mary with Mango Math, and this is a Money Matters lesson in our Mango Money Matters kit, and it's called a better deal. And this gets students recognizing what is the best deal when you are at a store and you see an amount like 4 for $3.99. Who is getting, what deal is the best deal? So it's kind of a comparison on money. So if you'll see on the front of the instructions is information for the adult. It tells you what the objective is, supplies, approximate time, teaching tips, and some guided questions. On the back side is the directions on how to play the game. So this game is set up for 4 students to play because there's 4 cards like this that are provided. And they'll have, each student will have one of these cards. Now, let me get back to the screen. With this lesson, students will have their laminated board, they'll have a dice, and they'll have cards that are numbered, just playing cards, and you'll take out the 0s to 9s or the 1s to 9s if you're using a regular deck of cards. They'll also have a calculator if needed to figure out the mathematics. So in this game, students will be rolling the dice to get the amount, the number of items. In this case, I rolled a 6, and I will be placing 6 here. So that's the amount of items that I am going to be purchasing. The die or the cards are going to tell you how much that item costs. So for beginners, this lesson has beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert levels. So in this one, the beginners will just be doing the dollar amount. So in this case, it's just going to be the first round doing 6 into $8. And then they're going to find out the price per unit. And they're going to do that division, and they're going to write the price per unit down here on the dollar sign. And if they have the least price or the lowest price, that means that they won that round because they got the best deal. Now, if a student rolls a 1, know that they don't have to do division because 1 into any number is going to be itself. So they don't have to do any mathematics. So they're going to add that price down here, and they're just going to compare that price to other people's prices to see who has the lowest. So that's the beginner level. Now, if they do the intermediate level, they are going to deal 2 cards, which is going to give them the dollar amount. And then it's going to give them the cents amount or the coins value, which is going to be 60. So they're going to still have their 6 over here as the dice that they rolled. And they're going to divide it into $8.60. Now, each child is rolling the dice and getting dealing cards to get the dollar amount. So everybody's going to have different amounts, and they're going to compare then those answers to see who got the best deal. If someone needs to use the calculator, they can, because I don't want that to slow them down in their division. But we ultimately want them to be doing the division also. But sometimes there are kids that are not all at the same level. So I want them to be able to still play the game and understand the division of it. So they'll write down the unit price. Now, so that's the intermediate level. The advanced level, you are going to deal out 1 more card. Here's my thing. And in this case, I'm going to still use that 8 as the dollar amount. And it's going to be $8.65 by whatever was rolled on the dice, which is going to be that 6. I'm going to keep that 6. So it's going to be 6 divided into $8.65. So students will all then do the division and write their answers down here. At this point, I'm not having the kids shuffle their cards or move their cards around. It's however they deal the cards. Now, for the expert, they are going to be doing, let me erase those numbers here. And the expert level is going to be dealing out a 3rd card, and they're then going to go into the tens place, and they're going to fill in all these rectangles, and it's going to be $80, $86.53. and they're going to divide that amount by the number they rolled on the dice. In this case, I'm keeping the 6. Now know when they're doing this level that the division becomes more difficult and the difference in values become greater, because somebody could have dealt 3 cards such as 2, 0, 9, what we have, 9, 4, which is $20.94, and they could have rolled the 6 as well, which is going to give them a bigger discrepancy in their comparing of numbers. So just be aware of that when you're doing it. We can get in this expert level, allow the kids to shuffle their cards around to get the best dollar amount that they think is going to give them the lowest unit price. So that becomes a little bit more thought process on how they want their cards to be placed in order to get the better value. You could also have the kids all using the same cards that were dealt, and then all of them rolling a different number on their dice. So it gets into being a lot more thought-provoking for students who are at the expert level, that they get to create their own pricing. And you can also do it as if you're a business owner and you're trying to make the most profit, how should you put these numbers? So there's different ways to put this for students who are at the expert level. All right, so enjoy.